Respected friends, welcome you all. Let's invoke the grace of Bhagavan Rama, Parabrahma, Vishwamitra, Vaashishtha, Valmiki, Veda, VYASA, Vamadeva, the great saints of this great text, Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana, that by their blessings and our efforts, we are able to slowly, steadily study this Shastra, and by their blessings, we understand the main sublime theme, the Brahma Tattva, and may we abide in it. May they bless us and forgive us for all the shortcomings in our this endeavor. Welcome all. Let us study our Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayam, 3rd Utpatthi Prakaranam, 13th SWAYAMBHU Utpatthi Varnanam, named SARGA, where we stopped yesterday. From there further. Shanti mantras, Sankalpa, let us do. Om. 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 Om Sahanavavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yerime Guruvihi Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakhyatah Sarva Vedantah Satchastraha Tan Nityam Pranatosmyah. Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulya Ramanama Varanane Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Parabrahmane Shrutimatre Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Acharyebhyo Shibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्म मोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्म सुदिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि प्रणीत श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ॐ यद्वाक्यामृतपायिनां प्रतिपदं सत्यं सुधा नीरसा यद्वाक्यार्थविचारणात् अभिमतः सर्गोऽपि कारागृहं यद्वाणी विशदात्मपूर्णमनसां तुच्छं जगत्तूलवत् तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। यस्यार्षं प्रथिता जगत्त्रयहिता सा वेदमाता परा यश्चक्रे तपसा वशे सुरगणान् अन्यत् सिसृक्षुर्जगत् तं बोधाम्बुनिधिं तपस्वि मुकुटा अलङ्कारचिन्तामणिं विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहं। श्रुत्या ब्रह्मैव रामः प्रकटितमहिमा येन तस्मै वसिष्ठः यः सीतां ब्रह्मविद्यामिव सदसि पुनः सत्यशुद्धां किलादात् यद्वाणी मोहमूलं शमयति जगद आनंद संदोह दोग्ध्री तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतम गुरवे भूरि भावैर्नता स्मः पूर्णानंद स्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्धिदीर्षुर जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आवेश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं भैरविकलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये ॐ श्रीराम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय राम श्रीराम जय राम श्रीराम जय राम श्रीराम जय राम जय राम जय राम ओम श्री राम शरणं मम श्रीरामायण शरणं मम श्रीवसिष्ठ शरणं मम श्रीविश्वामित्र शरणं मम श्रीवाल्मीकि शरणं मम श्रीनारद शरणं मम श्रीव्यासा शरणं मम श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम शरणं मम शरणं मम. Friends, in the today's portion, what we will see in nutshell is that Purna Sarvavyapaka Brahma Tattva only is Chit Chaitanya Tejas Sarupa Purna, feels himself to be a conditioned Tejo Kana Swarupa. Then he only himself as if becomes Drashta and himself as if projects out of himself Drushya. And he is the one who is playing the difference of Drashta Drushya Khel. Out of that Drushya only he projects all the upadhis and owns them, and through them he plays the play of perceiving the seen Drushya Jagat and as if getting bound in it. First it starts as a play, later on he gets engrossed in it so much that he loses his freedom of being the self. While engrossing in it, Achanaksa as if those upadhis, as if condition him. Then he now settles as a jiva, tries to eke out sukha here on. Like some people are playing caroms. You are just passing by. You just see what they are doing. Come. As an onlooker only you watch. While watching, you become slowly engrossed in it. While engrossed in it, you'll ask, मुझे भी खेलना है. And they give you a chance to play. And you start playing. And then you become now a competitor, want to defeat them, you want to win over them. And when you win, you get delighted. When you lose, you feel miserable. Engrossed in that sport, as if in that only now there is sukha when there is vijaya, dukkha when there is parajaya. Earlier you were never there, you were just passing by. You only came there. In that way, so many people are there, they do not know even carom board game itself. Forget about the losing and winning and becoming miserable or happy with it. In that way, everywhere you see, as this tamasha happens, that Hannah, you are there, just apply that job, you join it, then you are bogged up by the targets given. You only are worried, frightened, miserable. With the boss, you fight. See that? These small examples. Same way, I am the Brahman. I only become Atman. I only become Jivatman. I only project out of me the Jagat as if other than me. Out of that, some particular upadhis I own as mine. Then, naturally, the other things I look at as other than me. Then, with these upadhis, I try to get those things in that world which were never existing, which were never other than me. But I get settled in this in a most unsettled manner to become miserable. This is how this topic tells about that I, the Brahman alone, I became the Atman and I only now, as a Jiva Atma, I am suffering. And this is a process told for us only to know that we have to revert the process to go back into our essential self. And actually, from the ultimate standpoint, as the first sloka of that Sarga 13, the Brahman alone ever there, never the Jiva Jagat Ishwara was created it all out of it. Therefore, it is never there. But are we there at that state now? No. Now we are at the state of seeing these three, Ishvara, Jiva, Jagat. Then, for our sake, the process of how the Brahman became Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara is explained. So that in the reverse process, we go beyond these three to reach to Brahman. You know that famous story throughout life, remember, of that man who takes his cows for grazing or buffalo or bull, and Narayana, after taking it for some time, when he is tired, he wants to take some rest. Then he brings with him that iron rod. He puts it in the earth deep, ties a rope to it, and with that rope, he ties that bull or cow. Then he takes rest. That cow is there. After he gets up, then some more grazing, he goes. One day he forgot to take that rope and all the set. Now he wants to take rest. But if he takes rest, that cow may go into the jungle. Deeper, tigers may eat. What to do? Then there's a nearby ashram. A Mahatma, he is asked, do you have any rope? Maharaj, why will I have that? What's the problem? He says, this is so. Oh, that way. The master, the guru, the saint advises, what you are doing every day, do the same. But I don't have that iron rod and rope. You may not have, but you just act and see what will happen. Really does, as if putting that in the earth and tying the rope, nothing is there. Then same rope he puts in the neck of the bull and ties it down. And he just leaves. Ashcharya, when he wakes up and sees, the bull is there only, it never went away. Oh, he was so happy that work has happened. Now he has to go back. Now he gets up, then tells the bull, chal nikal, wo उठता ही नहीं. जितना भी करो, he is not getting up. Then he is worried, what happened? Again ask that Mahatma ji, nearby ashram, it is not getting up only. What to do? He says, what you have done, you told me I just acted as if to tie it down. Now you do the same action of untying it. But I never tied it. There is no rope. There's nothing. Yeah, that you know it, but that bull doesn't know. Do the same thing. Then he goes. Then he as if takes out the rope from the neck of that bull. Then he unknots it from the rod too. He folds it, puts in the kanda, pulls out that rod, which are not there. Then wake, get up. He pushes that bull to get. He just gets up and looks at him. Every day you are doing it. Today you didn't do, what's the matter? Isn't it? In the same way, there's no bondage ever happened. It is impossible. But we are feeling it. Therefore, the feeling of unbinding also has to be done. That's how entire Shastras. And these things have to be regularly studied, deeply and analyzed, then the understandings start happening. Takes plenty of time. And with all the bhakti, shraddha, ekagrata, without any carelessness, negligence, irregularity. When we listen to the masters, the Upanishads, the Shastras, things start getting slowly unfold like any science. Medicine, slowly only it unfolds. Computers, slowly only it unfolds. Driving, slowly only you know all the techniques. Business, politics, economics, which is the one which just like that opens up, isn't it? The more you are with Shraddha trying, the more that subject matter reveals. Same with the Adhyatmika Shastra. The difference is in those Shastras, with all the knowledge gained, with all the efforts put, with all the ambitions achieved, still we are in bondage. Here, once the truth is understood, experienced, once for all, the liberation. That's the main difference between this and that. But the processes remain same. Keep on doing it. Now, from the mantra 19, I am seeing. See how the Paramatma himself becomes Atma, Jivatma, Dehatma, Samsari. Anutejah Kanosmiti Swayam Chetati Chintaya. So Anutejah Kanaha Asmi. Actually is Tejaha Punja, is pure mass of consciousness. Among that, Anu Teja Kanaha Asmi. I am a small one piece of consciousness only. Iti Swayam Chetati Chintaya. Somehow he just does that, feeling about himself to be that. Yattat eva uchunam iva bhavayati atmana ambare. That alone later on slowly gets grossified, and he himself as if totally identified with that grossified thing. This is a very new way of studying Vedanta. New way of studying same Vedanta. Why we always have so much of tadatma with the Deha? Because Deha is Atma only. Because the pure Atman only, by its own choice, became Chitta. That Chitta only, by its own choice, as it became through Panchamahabhutas, this Deha. That is why we have so much tadatma with the Deha. Just like, why do we don't want to work at all? Why you want to be lazy? Because in the pure self, there are no karmendriyas to work at all. That's why nobody wants to work. That's the nature of self, akarta. And why we seek only the ananda? Because that is what our essential nature. Why we seek the purnata? Because that's our essential nature. Why do we don't want the dukkha? Because that is not our essential nature. So इस तरह से सोचो तो भी some idea will come. Then comes asat eva sad akaram sankalpa indur yatha nasan tameva bhavyain drashtu drushya rupataya stitah. So same Paramatma Tattva, first the small Vispulinga Rupena Atma. In that Atma Vastu only, there is sense of otherness. From that sense of otherness only, the Aham Vritti comes, Linga Deha comes. Then that Linga Deha Aham Vritti is never there, which is there only pure Atma Tattva. But it is Kalpita, like there is never like pot, ever it is mud only. But somehow on the mud only the pot's Kalpita. Then the Vyavahara is only with the pot, which is never there. Vyavahara is only with the ornaments, which are never there. Think about it. So too, I have Vyavahara now with Stula Sharira, with my Antakarana, with my Indriyas, which are never there. In and through them, as substratum. That Paramatma Tattva only is there. Whenever I use this word, if we use this word, anybody uses this word as substratum, that means that alone is real. The other thing is superimposed. So the substratum superimposed aisa, don't think that there are two things. One only taken as other. Like when I say the gold is substratum, the ornament is superimposed, the tendency of us is to misunderstand as if there are two. That is a jugglery of the world. That is a confusion created by the words. When I say the gold and ornament and the gold is substratum, ornaments are superimposed, that never means that there are two things. Are there two ever? Only one, the gold, never ever any ornament, but it is kalpita. What is kalpita ornament? Rupa and nama only, which is never independent without the substratum. है ना? Like rupa. Whenever you say rupa, kiska, you ask only. Nama. If you say kiska, you say na. Without whose, that rupa and nama have no meaning. Naturally, na? Like Rama Rao, Venkat Rao. You ask kiska naam hai. If you say nobody, then there's no meaning to that name. Or mota hai. Rupa. Kis kaun hai mota? Yeah, you have to tell. It's a fellow or fellow. If you don't tell, that rupa has no meaning by itself. That's what here he said. Asad eva. Asad eva is the sthura sharira, the sukshma sharira, even that jiva bhava and the limited atma. Also asadeva, but sad akaram. Sankalpa indur yatha nasan. So, like you can with your own mind do the sankalpa of the Chandrama. He is there, not there, but you can think about him. You can write a poetry only on that Chandrama, which is never there but sankalpita by you, or which is seen in the dream. Think about it. Asadeva sadakaram sankalpa indur yathan manasan tameva bhavayan. And that pure Chaitanya only now drashtu drushya rupataya stitaha. This is the main thing. He only drashta and he only is drushya. As if gets dichotomized. That's why in Nidra, where is drushya jagat and where is drashta? You cannot say they have gone anywhere else. है ना? We have to say that they have gone into me only. Means in me there is a state of being wherein drashta and drushya are one homogeneous. Isn't it? So you can imagine that sentence, ki pure consciousness as if not attending to itself. It is called the Nidravastha Ajnana Dasha. From that only, as if the Jiva, the Drashta, the Jagat, the Drishyas, including the Upadhis also are Drishya, but they are owned as mine. They are taken into the part of the Drashta. Like Dehendra, Prana, Mana, Buddhi are included in the Drashta. Then Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Sagandha, we take them as Drishya. But if you really inquire, if anything seen or known is Drishya, the Dehendra, Prana, Mana, Buddhi also are known by us. Therefore, they are also Drishya only. They are also Drishya. But for the Vyavahara sake, we own them and we identify with them, then we put them in the part of Drashta. We consider the outer Jagat only as Drishya. But the outer Jagat, the Drishyas, usko देखने वाले उपाधियां, which are either Drishya or Drashta. And either Drashta, all of them are just Kalpita only in the one pure consciousness. That is the first one, Anuteja Kano Smiti. So Tameva Bhavayan Drashtru Drushya Rupataya Stitaha. It's only Bhavana. But that Bhavana solidified so much that we gave it so reality that this alone is Drashta, that is Drushya. As we said, in the Nidra, there is no Drashta Drashya difference. And that's why there is so much of bliss. Okay. In this way, Eka Eva Dvitam Eti, one alone, as if two, one pure conscious self only as Drashta Drashya. Swapne Samriti Bodhavatu. है ना स्वप्ने समृति बोधवत like in the dream I died and what happens all people are some are crying some are celebrating those who are celebrating are those who have taken money from me and crying are those who gave me money loan pay and I see and I am dead. Why in dream, even in waking, maybe sometime I imagine when I die, then what will people do to my dead body or with my property or what will they think about me? How, when you die, you cannot think, no? Because you are dead. How are you thinking? That means what? The one who's dead is never real. It's only Kalpita. I am always there eternally. But a Kalpita me is imagined and him we talk about living dying. So to all these upadhis are kalpita, their arrival departure also kalpita. विचित्र है ये सूक्ष्म ज्ञान जब पकड़ में आता है ना when we get it you know this thereafter nothing can bind us it's a very beautiful subtler very difficult but we can seek it by the nirantara upasana of Ishvara and our gurus and the study when we become sukshma thoda thoda ho समझ में आता है and on the contemplational seat same thing when we visualize we can see the whole enfolded world gets unfolded and the unfolded Atman gets the enfoldment. Okay. एक एव द्वितामेति स्वप्ने स्वमृतिबोधवत् किंचित स्थौल्यमिव आदत्ते ततः तारकतां विदन् from the pure conscious self as if little uh, disturbance in it vibration you call it as giving it as if another shape that another shape is called taraka sthiti that taraka sthiti in technical word is linga deha pure atman only the linga deha the self as if the sense of disturbance otherness in it as if only appears to be linga deha tarakatam vidan yata bhavita matrartha bhavitad vishwarupatah thereafter this as the bhavana happens so the linga deha takes different shapes वो भावना यथा पूर्वम कल्पयत as it is said as it was in the earlier creation if it is samashti level or as he had the vasanas earlier if it is the veshti level they talk because never ever the answer to the first vasana came is given because when you ask that question the answer is there is no first also then you have to talk about the non-creation theory only. When you talk about creation, where it first started, that question cannot be answered. Then the whole discussion is wound up by saying creation is never there. Then only one thing is as it was earlier. Which was the first one? First one was never there. First one was never there. Therefore, nothing was there is the ultimate answer. It is absolute truth also, it's safest also. And then why we have to say the answer? Ki yatha purvama kalpayat? Because with so much of variety, you have to give some reasoning. That reasoning is this, as it was earlier. And it goes on. Creation is eternal. If you are believing in creation, you ask where it has started from, there is no creation. Only Brahman is there. That's so. So yatha bhavita matrartha bhavitat vishwarupataha sa eva swa atma satataha api ayam soham iti swayam chittat pratyayamahadate swapne swam iva pandhata. You know, in the dream, I only, become a walker and walk on the road projected by me in the dream. In the same way, I only project the upadhi and identify with it and become an individual. I only project the outer world, which is a field kshetra for me to walk. But because of my identity too much with this upadhi, I become this as if. Otherwise, just like in the dream, the me who is walking as well as the road on which I am walking, both are me only. Where is the road from the waker's standpoint? Is there any road really other than me in the dream? Road bhi mein tha. And both sides of the road, what are the trees were there? That also me only. And who was walking? In the dream, I was walking on the road with beautiful trees both sides. It was me only. But in the dream, road is different, trees are different, the walker me are different. But the waker me only became all the three, na? The road is me only, the trees are me only, the walker also me. Same here also. I myself am this upadhi, the sharira. I myself am the world in which I am living. And I am in this world walking, talking, anything I am doing. But as in the dream, out of delusion, there is a difference. When you wake up, the difference dissolves. So, from the absolute standpoint, it is one only. When that absolute is not realized, like in the dream, we take these three as really different, differently real. So, for a dreamer, he is walking on the road, road is not he, trees are not him. He is walking on the road. But wakes up, I am the road, I am the trees, I am the walker. So, from the self standpoint, I am the individual, I am the world, and I am the one moving in this world. But when that self is not realized, out of the kalpana, the jagat and upadhis projected with the upadhis aham tadatmya, with the jagat idam tadatmya, then I am playing in the idam, which is never other than aham, the pure aham. That's why the idam is also sat, aham also sat. इदम है कि नहीं है, अहम है कि नहीं है, तो एक है में ही इदम एंड अदम दो अहम both are projected. But that knowledge is there if it is in practice, then the idam aham rupi vyapara leela is not possible. है ना? Like when children during summer, Dasara holiday, they meet. If all the 10 of them are on one team, they cannot play, no? Therefore, inevitably they have to get divided into two teams. वो पांच इधर पांच. Actually, they are one only, but for the game, they have to be divided. So, too, for the Leela of the Jagat, the division of Idam and Aham is required. Otherwise, Leela cannot be. Like in a movie, the villain and hero must be different. A villain hero will get, so that movie gets national award. Nobody will watch it. Isn't it? But actually, after the shooting, वे दोनों मिलकर ही खाना खाते हैं पीते हैं. They get awards both. Sometimes villain does better award, gets better award because good action than hero. Because the whole world is mainly villainy only nowadays. Even heroes want to play the role of villain. क्योंकि natural है वो. To be a hero, it is so difficult. It is unnatural. You know. Anyway, मुझे क्यों वो सब करना है? The example इतना तक है कि यथा भावित मात्रार्थ भाविता विश्वरूपतः. See, therefore the whole Vishwa is as I do the bhavana. जैसे मेरा घर, मैंने जैसा भावना किया वैसा. जैसा मेरा कार, जैसा मैंने भावना किया. So to all the upadhis, I only have done the bhavana. I might have forgotten it. Like they say, na, in the karma siddhanta, whatever I am getting now is my own karma phala, my own ichcha sankalpa. When did I do? I might have forgotten. But I only have ordered, then only I am given. नहीं तो मेरे को क्यों देते? This sharira, all this is obtained by me because of my own demand, knowingly or unknowingly. That's why I am given. जैसे होटल में आप जो ऑर्डर देते हो वही देते हो, बिना मांगे क्यों थोड़े देते, इस तरह. सो इधर चित्ता प्रत्यय आधत्ते स्वप्ने स्वामिव पांतता, है ना. फ्रॉम द प्योर कॉन्शियसनेस द चित्ता, from the chitta the world is projected. After projection, part of it is identified with, like in the dream the road is projected, the human body is projected, trees are projected. Among that, with the human body, the aham identity, which is projected out of me only. But with the tree and the road, idam identity. And the play is going on. Aham walking on the idam, the road. When you wake up, the idam felt road also is me only. The aham felt walker also is me or not. Think. ये सेम थिंग यहाँ कह रहे. Therefore, चित्तात प्रत्ययमादत्ते स्वप्ने स्वामिव पान्तताम तारकाकारम आकारम भावी देहाभिदं तथा. So this tarakakaram akaram is linga deha. Then bhavi dehabhidam tata means this linga deha with its own sankalpa, the bhavi sthula shariras it gets. Then in the sthula sharira the way it behaves, it gets that type of imprints in sukshma sharira. From the sukshma sharira again, depending on the actions works done, that type of sthula deha again he procures. One thing is always the subtle is first, then the gross. इतना तो थोड़ा मोटे तौर पर समझ के रख. Thereby first chit chaitanya atma, then from that is the linga sharira, from that only sthula sharira. Because पहले सूक्ष्म सूक्ष्म होता है, उसमें से स्थूल होता है. Sthula will not be first. Sthula manifestation is the last manifestation, not the first. First is sukshma. Before that, the sthula sukshma rahita, inexplicable, which cannot be measured in any parameters, which can only be said as pure existence and chit. That is a self. That is the first statehood, selfhood. Okay. Bhavayati eti tadbhavam chittam chetyarthatam iva. See, the chittam only, whatever the bhavana it does, it gets that. Parityajyeva tad bahyam tatastaraka kotare antarbhati bhaistopi parvato mukure yatha. देखो, where is the parvata? Outside. But in the mirror, it appears to be inside. Where am I? Antarvahishata sarvam. But though I am outside the body, once the body is projected, I enter into it and I feel so comfortable that throughout life I feel I am inside the body. And load of the body, like once we take our luggage to any trip, till we come back, that suitcase, that clothes, all of that, the toothbrush, the toothpick, everything we carry only. बिना कुछ छोड़े, और कोई होटल में कुछ है तो वो भी लेकर आते. Isn't it? We carry the load of it and we bring it back. Na? In the same way, we carry the load of Sharira. Otherwise, am I inside the body or outside? Is the mountain inside the mirror or outside? It is outside, appears to be inside. So too, I am the Jiva everywhere, inside, outside. But once I enter into the Sharira, identify with it so much, both by choice and by compulsion. याद रखना, like a house I order for construction. Once I construct, by choice only I constructed it, but out of compulsion I am pushed also inside it. I am compelled because मैंने बनवाया और दूसरा कौन लेगा उसको? It was my choice in the beginning. Later on, it is pushed, compulsion. In some other cases, there may not be compulsion. Like it's my by choice. I bought a flight ticket. I went to airport. But again, I'm not in the compulsion there to go in that flight. I can say मुझे नहीं जाना. That chance is there. Somebody else the seat will be allotted. Isn't it? But with the Sharira ऐसा नहीं होता. Once choice is executed, we are compelled to stay in it. ये वाला ट्रिक थोड़ा वहां ऑटोमेटिकली काम करता है. So परित्यज्यैव तद बाह्यम, that feeling that I am everywhere is forgotten. Then tata taraka kotare. Taraka kotara means the kotara is Stula Sharira, Taraka is Stula Sukshma Sharira. I, the pure conscious self, now inside Stula and Sukshma Sharira, limitedly bound as if. That bounding limitation and colored by that Stula Sukshma Sharira's Lakshanas, a feeling is there, that's called Jiva. Atman alone is Jiva. That's why it's called Jiva Atma. But what is the difference between Atman and Jiva? Atman is untouched by everything. When the sense of touch happens, then he takes the position of Jiva. Like the man alone is husband. What is man? Untouched by the so-called Upadhi, the wife. Therefore, he is not a husband. He is a man. Who is a husband? The same man touched by the relation called as wife is the husband. So to the Atman only Jiva Atma when Taraka Kotara Antaha. तारक है सूक्ष्म शरीर, कोटर है स्थूल शरीर, जो अपने ही संकल्प से बना. एंड देर ऑल कल्पिता, विथ ऑल देयर सॉलिडिटी दे आर कल्पिता. है ना? देखो, व्हेन यू सी ए बिल्डिंग विथ ऑल इट्स सॉलिडिटी, इज इट नॉट द कल्पना ऑफ द कॉन्ट्रैक्टर एंड इंजीनियर्स दैट द बिल्डिंग इज स्टैंडिंग? इट्स ओनली कल्पना. Only one thing we have to further ask is, to make this building, all this building material is there, no? That is the Ishwara Kalpana. That's it. That's why when that thing is divided into smaller than the smallest part, it goes up to the level of the atoms and further only a energy. What is energy? It's a Shakti only. That Shakti is called Sankalpa Shakti. There they stop at Shakti. We talk it as Sankalpa Shakti. Of whom? Of the one who was there before it. Who was there before it? Is a consciousness only. There is no other thing. Therefore, that Shakti should belong to that conscious self only. And at the level of conscious self level, this Shakti is undifferentiated from it. From it only, as if it brings sound, like I am talking. Where from this talking Shakti came? Not from anywhere, from me. Where was it when I don't talk? It is undifferentiatedly one with me. At that time only I am there. There is no power other than me. I am Ekameva Advayam Brahma. When I talk, that Shakti is from me only, no? And that power of talking is so infinite that I can learn any language and can talk. Chinese, Japanese, German, French, Korean. I can learn. I am not trying, therefore I am not. Otherwise I can. Even the birds and animals language, every language you can. Because the Shabda Shakti है रचिंत्यत्वात्. शब्द का महान शक्ति है और वो शब्द किसी भी रूप में व्यक्त होता है. Up to this you can see. Then अंतर्भाति बहिष्ठोपि पर्वतो मुकुरेत. बहिष्ठः भी अंतर्भाति. आई देखो, इसको इतना समझो. I as a jiva is never conditioned by this sharira per se. Because of that only I could enter this. Because of that only I leave this, which we call as death. Even while living also, during everyday sleep or in the dream, I am not with the body. निद्रावस्था में तो टोटल देह को छोड़कर I to go to लयावस्था. Many a times when we are watching TV or any other thing, we are stunned by it. We are not aware of the body. We have gone out of the body consciousness. Oh, the jiva. Suddenly when somebody pushes and then again I come back and identify with the sharir. So all these thinkings should lead to an understanding that first of all, I am not deha. Second, I am the jiva. Third, this jiva is never conditioned by deha per se. But he accepts the conditioning, owns it so much, and he stays in it, just like the owner of the house. He's never conditioned by that house. He can be on the road, railway platform, station, कहीं भी रह सकता हो. But he, by his own choice, made a house, and he entered and he says, "ये मेरा house." ये अपना उन्होंने सोचा है. Otherwise, like any animals don't have the houses, we also don't have. Like the house is the sharir. For me, the jiva. I am not bound by it. This is the underlining word. Antarbhati bhahishtopi parvato mukure yatha. Like the parvata in the mukura. Mukura is mirror. Parvata is the mountain. It is outside only but appears as if inside. Oh, ho. Then kupa samsto yatha dehaha samudgaka katam vachaha. So what happens is later on, the funniest part is कि I made a well, very deep कूप करवाया और कूप में जो गिर गया बंदा वो बाहर आ ही नहीं सकता. Think about it. In the same way, into this Sharira Tadhatma named Kupa, we have entered and we are as if not able to come. And continuing it only every time in every body. The essence of it is what? As a Jiva, we are never inside the body, we can go beyond also. Understanding it and achieving it is the Yoga Sadhana or the Sadhana. This, who is Jiva? This with this Linga Sharira. Even the Linga Sharira also is a Kalpita. I am even other than it, like we studied today in the Mandukya Upanishad, afternoon class. Just like for the Vijnanavadi, Bahya Jagat is not there because of Yathabhuta Darshana. So too the Chitta also is Kalpita only from the Yathabhuta of the Chitta, the pure Chit, the conscious existence. And so many examples. Everything is an example in this world for reality. Like same earth, but so many different plants come because of the difference in the bija. Same building material, different buildings are made as per the choice of the owner. Same Brahman, because of the Kalpana, in the so many Anantakoti Brahmandas, it is Kalpita appearing. And no building, because it's Kalpana, is permanent. That's why the owner himself will change it. Or when he sells it to other person, the new buyer will modify it. और एक अर्थक्वेक हो गया तो कोलैप्स होता है, या इजराइल और रशिया बॉम्ब कर दिया तो टूट ही जाता है, या सिलेंडर ब्लास्ट हो गया तो भी टूटता है. All of that proves that the building is kalpita. So too our sharira gets dismantled. That's why it is kalpita. If it is real, it should not get dismantled. So too sukshma sharira, on the apprehension of the true reality, gets dismantled. If it is real, it should have not got dismantled. That is how we have to think. Antarbhati bahishtopi parvato mukre yatha, then kupa samsto yatha dehaha samudgaka gatam vachaha. Like the one who has fallen in the kupa, he is helpless that he cannot come. So too we are fallen into the kupa of a stula sukshma sharira tadat. After falling, we are jiva. A jivan mukta by his choice enters stula sukshma sharira to work. Else we can just give it up, keep it aside. He can go for being in the self. That's why the Mahayogis, they just put the body there. They're in the samadhi. What it means? Their identity with the Stula Sukshma Sharira, they withdrew. Now they are one with the self. When they have to function again, they enter it, but they are not identified. They use the upadhis. Jivan Mukta uses the upadhis. Jivan Baddha, you and I, are used by the upadhis. And that's only by wrong practice that we are used by upadhi. By right practice, he is using the upadhi. The wrong practice samsara, the right practice sadhana. As simple as that. ठीक है, मैं समझता हूँ। फिर स्वप्न संकल्पयो हो संविद वेत्ति एतत् जीव कोणके स्वरूप तारकांतस्थः जीव अयम चेतति स्वयं। सी द प्योर सेल्फ ओनली with its own as if sankalpa projecting the stukshma sharira, then the stula sharira, then place in it exactly like the dream. Remember, in the dream, world is projected. I am also projected with all my qualifications, qualities also are projected. And my karma phala, sukha, dukkha, every one of them are projected. But at that time appear to be real. This is what it is said. Then tadetat buddhi chitta adi jnana sattadi rupakam jivakasha swata tatra tarakakasha koshagam. This is again is the summary of last 10 shlokas. Then suddenly he gets a thought कि मुझे देखना है. Immediately he gets the eyes here, he gets the forms there. Then मुझे सुनना है. He gets the ears there, he gets the sounds there. मुझे टेस्ट करना है. He gets the taste buds tongue here, there he gets the objects to taste. संकल्प से ही बस. At home also, no? I just become aware of my tongue. Then immediately I want to taste something. Then I order somebody at home or I buy it or if it's already there, I go and procure. When I have not become aware of my tongue, tongue was not there only. When I was not becoming aware of the eatable was not there only, no? When I am not aware, it is as good as it is not there. It's so simple, no? Many a times we think the thing is there and we with all excitement come home to eat it. अब आके देखा तो है ही नहीं. Some other time it happens घर में है ही नहीं करके you buy from outside and enter into kitchen. ये तू देखते तो आप वहाँ already है वो. Isn't it? This all संकल्प से ही हो रहा है कि नहीं दिन में. हाँ. One point is what here? Everything is not my sankalp. Somebody's sankalp. But it is mine or somebody's. Commonly it is sankalp only. और आपका मेरा सबका मिलके समष्टि संकल्प कहते. That's called ईश्वर. I have not done sankalpa. You have done something which is not done by others. Somebody have done their sankalpa. I have not done it. But whether it is me or he, it's only sankalpa. And me and he all put together is Ishvara. So therefore the total Jagat is Samashti Ishvara Sankalpa. And our Jagat is our Sankalpa. It is not as real that it has to be so much valued and get caught up. Simple thing in life is anything other than Paramatma is not real, not so important. Therefore, value less. And when you don't value, you don't bother. Even God doesn't bother you because you don't value Him. Yeah. Guru never bothers. He never bothers. You don't value them. And all the useless things bother you because you value it. ठीक है, जो धर्म करना है करो. More than that, it's not so very important. So, तद एतद बुद्धि चित्त आदि ज्ञान सत्ता आदि रूपकम जीव आकाश स्वतः तत्र तारक आकाश कोशतो. जीव आकाश means the pure consciousness as if conditioned. Conditioned by what? Taraka akasha koshata. By choice only सूक्ष्म शरीर then स्थूल शरीर को दीवार बनाकर he is there inside. Like the total space is creating a four walls and itself from inside the walls considering itself to be limited by those walls. स्पेस खुद ही करता है मानो वो कैसा फील होता है. It is you and I are like that. From here, the future beautiful shlokas we'll try to analyze tomorrow. तो इन दिस वे 5 6 6 7 श्लोक करते ही जाएंगे. All these when they are repeated, more clarity will come. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Tatsat Brahmarpanam Astu. Appa. Very sublime text, but engrossing text. May we get the clarity of right thinking and understanding by the grace of sage Vaashishtha the Guru here, Bhagwan Rama, the Shishya, Sri Vishwamitra ji, the one who brought Rama and Vaashishtha together, and Valmiki who has written this, and Narada and Vyasa, who are there witnessing all this satsang, along with all the great Brahmagyanis of that time. So let this knowledge sink slowly. No need to be abruptly struggling to understand, and don't totally reject also. Let it be slow, steady. हो रहा है बस. मैं तो ये कहता हूँ, the Lord who has brought us here, He is aware of we being here. When we have the Shraddha for Him, when we are consistent, that which we are not understanding today, He'll make us understand other day. That's the only faith with which I am here. You also have to be the same. And you can see, which we couldn't understand few years back. Now little bit we are able to grasp. है ना, थोड़ा थोड़ा दृष्टा दृश्य इतना तो समझ रहे, अधिष्ठान एंड कल्पना ये तो समझ रहे. What is adhisthana? The part is kalpita. The rupa nama. पहले we were not aware of these ideas themselves. Now because of being regular to class, थोड़ा थोड़ा thoughts बन रहे. हम understanding open हो रहा है. This is how it happened to everyone. All those entered Adhyatmakata. It is what happens to everyone in future too. And we are not an exception. For us also the same way. The Lord blesses us. Okay. Now let us study Mathamnaya, second and third Mathas in our Bhagavan Adi Shankara's Grantha. Join.